Bank, and for a noteworthy approach to banking, Zions Bank is for you. For Greg Pop, here we go, the final seeding game for the Jazz, but we do know as we tip it off for the Jazz, whether it's Monday or Tuesday, though that news will be released a little bit later. Jordan Clarkson, who's had a great series in the
Utah Jazz in the playoffs were, a few years back, but, Portland's got a game tonight. They control their own destiny for that A spot. And
a late start. He's a rookie, 6'10", 227.
And that right
like a laboratory for Quinn Snyder, the bubble. And he really kind of just decided how to play this without Bogdanovich.
And Butler, I think you're right. With your Quinn Snyder, you had to reinvent yourself. You had to be a different team.
He usually doesn't like a lot of questions, but yet though he talks about issues. He gets into politics.
Much like Jerry Sloan was, that he knows this game so well. Missed opportunity there for
DeJounte Murray drives in on Joe, caught baseline. Out front, here's a look by Keldon Johnson. Murray gets it back, Pirtle, cutter, inside, and one. On top, a 7-0 run after the timeout by Popovich. $1 out to the Huntsman Cancer Foundation. Joe's been hot of late. In fact, his last 14 of 29, now 15. Donovan front court against Bellinelli, who just hit a bucket. Donovan, 3.
Yeah, and couldn't time it for a potential block shot.
The Jazz saw San Antonio, Matt, just last week. Drop it to Pirtle up against Tony. Puts a shoulder down.
That's beautiful, what he does.
Beautiful move within
the context of the offense.
Ed Davis also early minutes here in the first. Niang has been dialed in of late. Takes on Eubanks. Resets. Plenty of time on the clock. He'll take the shot. Ricochets off the rim. Rebound. Put it up. Ed Davis, the bucket. Joe Ingles looked at the floor. I'll take the wide open 3. And a great bounce back out to Niang. Clarkson pumps it.
See Juwan Morgan out there. Right? And we saw that incident with the knee a few games ago, but
all Spurs. No, Clarkson in the corner. I'd say he was low to the ground. He'll take the 3. He's feeling it right now, Jeff.
Continue to have these low turnovers. Their offense and the way they're shooting the ball these last 4 or 5 games now, that's going to be beneficial to them.
Yeah, I was going to say that usually when those turnovers are...
Banks just inside the 3-point line. Picked up by Davis. Shamanich, the 3 ball. Got a 5-point first half. 41-27 Utah as Joe goes inside, blocked by Eubanks.
The second time you adjust to it and you go a little bit stronger.
Back inside Joe. Ed wiggles, gets away, caught the rim and in. 5:31. Utah by 4 as we pass the 9-minute mark. Shamanich, he'll take a 3 and throws it in
on the floor or pass it.
Donovan's back on the court, wiggles inside past Eubanks. The follow, and Ed Davis.
Royce O'Neal is always better on the catch and shoot than having to put it down a couple of times. So Jazz wish they had that one back.
Donovan tries the baseline, leaves it. Beautifully done by Brantley, deflected. Tony stays with it. Drop the handle, puts it up. It comes off the tap. Bucket after 3 free throws in this one. The 49-38. It's been a 14-8 San Antonio second quarter.
We highlighted Millet in the pregame, and first of all, what a nice young man. That wasn't
from 3-point range, which we just saw moments ago.
Yeah, I think poise is a great word, and that was a player 2 consecutive years as well. Millet searches, finds George Niang out behind the 3-point line. He'll put up a 3. Bang! Matt's pick on the floor. Here comes Brantley on a slip and slide inside. Uses that. It's similar to the one suffered by Juwan Morgan, that it just was sore and he was able to return. Obviously, we saw him.
Yeah, I enjoy the way he plays. He plays with tremendous energy. He's got NBA athleticism. I think he can defend multiple positions. He's a guy that can be
I'm going to mention Jarrell Brantley, too. That move he just made down low where he...
Young star and DeJounte Murray makes a nice move, and he drives inside, and he's sucker. Try to get around Jakob Pirtle. Jakob runs the floor, and the reward is an easy.
Ability to handle the ball and get to where he wants to get to, and using that physicality.
Yeah, he was a dominant player, G League All-Star, and the Bucks 7 shots, been from downtown. Spurs attack inside, counted within their own organization. Great compliment to Coach Peavy. You see some young talent. The Jazz have a special group as George.
Yeah, it's really nice to watch the Salt Lake Stars really start to progress into a
3 of 10 from the floor. Williams Goss tosses it out. Brantley, good look for 3. Tony, nice block out. The feed, Mie-Oni. Murray, the belt high dribble to Pirtle. Looked inside, he'll take the shot. One big step, couple of bounces, and got a double-double against Houston on Tuesday night. That was an 18-point win for San Antonio.
Go further.
Niang continues to be hot from outside. 11 for George. Now we're getting college ball at Washington. Jazz work the perimeter. Brantley on the floor. Kicking out. Williams Goss. Got it. Great basketball.
That's going to keep them in the game.
That's going to be key. The three-point shot and how Rudy fares with Jokic in the paint. Court. He's got some blazing speed. The red shoes inside by Lonnie Walker, the fourth.
That rotation is getting it done for you.
You know, I think you saying that along with Matt, what tells me too, if the league does start back up in December.
There, but you know, he's always going to be ready and a great player in this league.
Nice drive, bucket.
Bulls defense has been pretty good. I know Jokic has had some good games and Murray's had good games, but overall their team has
by Drew Eubanks. Racing to the rim, caught it, and one of the fouls.
So I would never count him out. Listen, the Lakers, we know how good they are. We know what they bring. But I wouldn't count Damian Lillard.
As you do.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. And it's good to see that. But the other part of this is those veterans know that these young guys.
Head home for the offseason. It could be a short one too, T.
You're exactly right. It's focus. We've seen some really good things during this reseeding period. You know, starting from this.
Interested to see not only with the Jazz series, but the entire playoffs, the NBA, how home court's going to fare.
The players don't see that. We at home do.
That's right.
Beautiful move.
It was a beautiful move by Jerome.
Mie-Oni's dropped 8 in this game. Long 3. It shows. Tucker gives it to Brantley up against Bellinelli. Cross-court pass. There's a drive. Down low inside. Beautiful. Nice. 7.5 minutes to go. I'm going to ask both you your favorite game, if you can remember, of this interesting.
Bowler, I got 5 kids. I can hardly remember yesterday. I'm going to tell you, I enjoyed that double OT game.
On Donovan.
When I asked him after that game about those clutch moments, he said, really, this is just, he noted. And I just think that shows his maturity and how special of a guy he is.
That's an interesting comment from Donovan.
Well, it's also going to be interesting is I don't want to get too far ahead of myself.
Guys, throughout the bubble where the young players will try to close down the vets of another team. Out it comes, tapped out. There's Rajon Tucker. The trailer. Goss. Williams Goss. Morgan with 6 points. The ball's loose and the Jazz making their move. A 3-on-2. How about the hammer? Put it down. Donovan jumping out of his shoes.
Celebrate with the young guys. I mean, that's got to be a great feeling.
Would you both agree, Matty, that...
It's good. I think it's great that the NBA got going again in this environment. I think it was important for the world to see the NBA games again, a lot of sport and rhythm. And I look forward to watching the battle, and not only with the Jazz and Nuggets, but really for all the playoff teams to start battling in here, to make meaningful games again.
Yeah, I echo, though, that same sentiment. And I think what has happened is an amazing game. So I'm looking for those little pieces as well.
Well, we counted down to the final seconds. 8 seeding games complete. Pops, I know, will be back. 24th year, but his run of 20.